This is Brian Finale, and you're listening to the My Lead System Pro podcast, the podcast for entrepreneurs who want to grow, get better, and rewire your mind for success so you can build the business of your dreams. And now, it's time to dig deep with an MLSP industry top earner. Let's rock.
Welcome to another episode of the My Lead System Pro Wake Up Call podcast. And we have another amazing leader with us today. Lindsay, Sewell, y'all, is free. She's free at home with her babies, and that's what she wanted, man. That's why she got started in this business in the first place a few years ago. She saw, she wanted to be at home with her kids. She saw an opportunity here, of course. And, last night she was sharing the story of how her financial advisor was like, no, this isn't going to work. You guys, you need to work. You need income. You got a family to support. This will not work. And she said, no, I'm going to go this way. And she did. And she got good. She made a decision. She got very good at connecting, at building, at marketing, at promoting, publishing, right? Social media. And now today, here she is. She's winning first, second, third in our affiliate contest. She's a top affiliate here, nice revenue stream here. She's got an opportunity. She's a coach here inside of MLSP. I mean, she's doing the thing. She's worked the game, right? She's got the math, and she just never quit. And what's cool is that she's at home. She posts all day long with time with her kids and her family, her man, her dog. She's at home doing the life that she said she was out to achieve and build and design. And it's just a decision, and she got to work, right? It's pretty darn cool. So please help us welcome the amazing Lindsay Sewell. Good morning, my friend. Welcome to the Wake Up Call.
Good morning, Brian. Oh, I get choked up when I hear that story because I remember sitting there, and honestly, I got mad. I got mad when I heard him turn across the table and say, "You can't do that." And I was like, you can't tell me that. I want to be with my kids. Don't
awesome.
Make me mad, people.
I didn't actually know that piece of the story. Thank you for sharing that last night. That fired me up too. So awesome. You did it. Man, it's just congratulations, my friend. It's just so cool what you've been able to do. And you're home. And I know that was the main goal. So I'm going to mute up. The call is yours. Good morning. Welcome, Lindsay.
All righty. Thank you, Brian. Yeah, so I'm gonna start off with that today because this call, I had decided to title it, There's More Than One Way. And this is a very simple concept, and oftentimes we overlook the simple concepts, especially in the start. Maybe you're on this call today and you're like, I'm just starting a business and oh my gosh, I don't know where to begin, because that's where I was 3 years ago, and I was looking at all the possible ways. And maybe you're halfway down the road in your business and you're starting to get more advanced and you're looking and going, ooh, there's so many new things I could take on. And if you've ever heard the phrase, there's more than one way to skin the cat, I've been thinking about that concept a lot lately as we head into the end of 2021. And yes, that creeps me out a little bit, but you're going to come across a lot of folks this time of year that are stressed out. I've spoken to a lot of folks. They're overwhelmed. They're stressed out. They're business owners. They're being told to do, promote one thing or the next, or how do I do it? Do I build a list? Do I get online and do Facebook Lives? And they're trying to go in 27,000 directions because that pressure as we come into the end of the year starts to creep in. And just like Brian said earlier, you might have family come into town. You've got holidays. You want to make money so you can make a good holiday for your kids or your spouse or your girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever it is. And people are running around like chickens with their heads cut off. And when that happens, when I see that happening in the world, what I do is I go in and I do a lot of reflecting in my business. And there might be somebody on this call today who needs to hear what I'm about to say. I reflect on what worked. I reflect on what didn't. I reflect on what I love doing in my business and what I don't love anymore. I reflect on why I do those two things. Why am I creating the life that I'm living? the things that I love and the things that I don't. I look at what I want to get rid of, and I look at what I want to do more of in the year. And I actually have a big whiteboard written up on my wall in my office with just that information on it. So I am reminded every single day of whether the actions that I'm taking are aligned with the goals that I say I have. And over these past few years in my business, one of the most important lessons that I've learned is there's always more than one way. Okay? So take, for instance, last night. I'm at the kitchen island with my daughter, and I'm trying to help her with her math homework. And for those of you parents out there, you're going to feel me on this. I know it. Because when I grew up, we had times tables, and we did long division. And I've got my times tables memorized in my head. And my daughter is in third grade, and she is bringing home these math problems that are this Common Core math, and I have no idea what she's doing. But when we get to the end, we both arrive at the same answer. There's more than one way. There's more than one way to lose weight and get healthy. There's more than one way to find your ideal partner. And there's more than one way to reach your income goals in your business. So as we head into 2022 with your business, I know we're still a month out, but this is where the magic is happening. This is where you're setting yourself up for success. This month is critical. I'm here to remind you that you get to find your way. And I know every marketer out there, because I'm one of them, is going to tell you that in order to be successful, you got to follow their special way. I mean, I'm sure you got ads coming up on your Facebook feed about this is the way and that's the way, and you need to do it because this is the one thing that's going to set you up for success. And that way works. I mean, at least for one person, because it worked for them. And I'm not actually saying that you don't need to learn some basic fundamentals of, meeting new people to talk to, learning how to talk to your prospects, connecting, inviting, making offers, because those are basic fundamentals that you do have to do in your business. And that's what we teach here inside MLSP. That's why we have created the biggest leaders out there, because they take those basic fundamentals and then they breathe them into their special way. But you get to figure out the wheres and the hows and the why and way you do it that is going to work for you. So if you were in our affiliate marketing boot camp, you saw all of these top leaders inside of who have created success inside of MLSP and outside of MLSP. And every single person talked about a different way and a different strategy. And when you listened to that, if you were part of it, you had two choices. One of them was to get overwhelmed and go, oh my gosh, I have to do all of this now and I'm not doing any of it, or I have to add these things in. And the other way was to take the bits and pieces and say, oh, that's something I want to add into my business in 2022, but I'm not there right now. Let me put it over here in the parking lot. Or, ooh, that little nugget is something that I can take and start implementing right now to get more results with what I'm currently doing. So you could have looked at it with overwhelm, or you could have looked at it with laser focus in how you can incorporate it into your way. So let me ask you a couple questions. Do you love writing? If you love writing, then it's time to start building an email list and getting really good at copywriting. I will pitch that to anybody, though. You can have an email list even if you don't like writing. If you love speaking, maybe it's time to start getting yourself booked on podcasts or virtual stages to share your message. And when I say stage, I don't mean like some big conference or event. You could just find somebody else in your niche, in your market that wants to interview you in their Facebook group and get exposure to that entire new audience, because this is your way of building, engaging, and ultimately selling. If you love video, then start just doing Facebook Live, right? You don't have to be a YouTube sensation. YouTube is, it's a whole other world. It's a long-term play, but get on Facebook Live. Start doing video. Even if you're not great yet, but you like it, you enjoy it, just get started. If you're funny, you'll love Reels and TikToks. And maybe you're great with tech or automation, and you could have a whole business helping people to solve their tech problems. How many people get stuck trying to build their first funnel or connect their autoresponder? Even with the simple tools that we have here inside MLSP, I still have people come to me and say, I don't know why this piece isn't working. And it's a simple little thing that they've missed. Maybe you're great at that and you can alleviate those fears and concerns. Maybe you love creating community and connecting people. Well, Facebook groups are a great place for you to shine. And all of the above can lead you to a successful business. But if you try to do all of them at the same time, you could burn out and you likely won't make much headway in any one area. When you build on your strengths, you get to stand out and become world class in that area. When you force yourself to try and improve your weaknesses, you might get mediocre at best, but you'll never become world class in that area. So when you find your way and the things that you love in your business, and you deep dive and laser focus into that area, all the resistance, all the procrastination, all the lack of time, all the excuses melt away. So, like I said about the Affiliate Marketing Bootcamp, if you saw that, you will see that every single leader being interviewed built their business differently. And yet, every single one has made over 6 figures with just MLSP alone, in addition to their other income streams, because they played to their strengths. And I don't know this to be a fact, but I have a hunch that they didn't try to do everything at once. They got really serious about doing what they loved. Yes, they might have had to do some things in the beginning that made them uncomfortable and they were learning and growing, right? I mean, maybe they didn't want to get on camera right away. Maybe they didn't want to pick up that 800-pound phone, but they pushed through. And it created success. And with success breeds confidence. And now they get to enjoy the fruits of that labor and do what they love. And I did a similar thing. When I first started, okay, so I came into MLSP community 3 years ago. In fact, I just was sharing with Brian last night that November 30th, I was at the Level 2 workshop when we still did them in person in Austin, Texas, and there was a post that showed up in my Facebook memories of me launching my first ebook. It feels like a lifetime ago, and it was only 3 years. And this is how your life can change dramatically in a short period of time when you get really focused. I knew I had to build an audience fast. So I got brave, and I started doing Facebook Lives, because at the time, it was the fastest way to grow. I didn't want to do it. I was nervous. I fumbled over my words on camera, but I did 3 videos a week, every single week for months and months. And I shared them into a couple select groups that let me share at the time. And I made lots of new connections, generated lots of new leads. And then my business grew because I was building the right audience. I was engaging that audience. And ultimately, they let me sell to them when they were ready. People raised their hand and said, yes, I want the things that you have to buy. And I got busier with coaching clients and team members, and I couldn't do 3 full Facebook Lives every week. But I love video. I love it now. I learned to love it as I grew more confident and comfortable with it. So as my business grew, I shifted into Facebook Stories, which is what I will be talking about during the Holiday Cash Flow Challenge. They're 15-second snippets that I could fit into every day. Do both work? Yes. There's more than one way. Like Brian said, I'm a busy mom. I get up, I got to get my kids to school. I like to go get myself a workout in because it's important for me to take care of my physical self as well as my business and my mindset. And then I got to go back and pick them up at like 3 in the afternoon, and we go to gymnastics and we go to soccer and there's swim lessons, and the weekends are chock full with family things. So I needed to find a new way, a way that worked for me, for my family. And now's the time for you to pick yours. Not to get in overwhelm, not to look at everything out there that you could be doing and feel guilty about that, but to get laser focused on where you want to go and just get into action. Stop worrying about the ways you're not doing things and take action in one place first. And as Brian mentioned, you are lucky because we have the upcoming holiday cash flow event kicking off on Saturday. If you're a member of MLSP already, you get this complimentary with your membership, and we're going to show you 7 different ways of making more money this holiday season. 7 different leaders sharing our secrets of what we do to keep the leads and the sales and everything coming in when everybody else is running around like crazy, shopping and rapping and holiday partying. So if you're not a member, I want you to get back with the person who invited you because it's $1. Plug in to the entire challenge with all of us. We want to pour into you. We want to show you all of the ways that can help you succeed in your business and set you up for a crazy good 2022. And maybe some of these ideas won't be a fit for you. That's okay. That's okay. But maybe just one is the perfect fit. Maybe you think you've heard all of this before, but you're different now and you're going to hear something that clicks and it helps you create your way to success. There is always more than one way, but you can only find out what is the way for you when you start trying it for yourself and you take those focused, deliberate actions to achieve your goals. So I want to continue this conversation with you over at MLSPfanpage.com. I want to find out if you were on the webinar last night, if you were able to make it. What was one thing that you heard last night that either blew your mind or you are absolutely excited to put into action this holiday season to create more cash flow in your business? I'll see you over at MLSPfanpage.com.
You have been listening to the My Lead System Pro podcast with Brian Finale and the MLSP leaders. To learn how MLSP can help you get more leads and make more money in your business starting today, visit www.mlsp.com and take your risk-free test drive. MLSP.com. That's MLSP.com, creating tomorrow's leaders today.